Wow. Whew. You guys got to understand that politicians are just basically insignificant. Um, all they're doing is just having you distracted by things that take away the meaning of your life and make your life more meaningless every day. The main thing that they talk about is the economy, or to destroy the fetus or not to destroy the fetus. And that's about it. Yeah. You have money, you either want to keep your money or use your money to raise a fetus to die being tortured by money. So if you destroy the fetus doesn't have to go through the money torture that you go through. So a lot of people think they're being compassionate, but it doesn't say it's compassionate. It doesn't say, I'm trying to get this kid, I don't want this kid to be like Alan and my Emily. I don't want to have kids because this world's a horrible place. Okay. That's why they say they don't want to have kids. It's not they don't want to have kids because they don't love children. They don't want a child to have to live in this hell. And so, that's no one in their right mind saw this hell coming. No one saw COVID, and me and I could feel it, but I didn't see it. I didn't think they would be that gross. But me and Isaac talked about it back in 2019 and 20. And I just didn't think that we're going to be this disgusting with compromising people's immune systems through toxic behaviors and then not stop. I didn't think it was, that COVID protocols, that was under false pretenses. The ecosystem recovered from a lot of the disgustingness, but the human beings were being tortured during it, psychologically, emotionally. People, their families were dying because they were most affected by it because they were, exposed to it more heinously because they're very poor. And then they threatened to throw people out in the street, had them stressed, and it was horrible. Okay. The ecosystem recovering was, wow, this is nice. But it was under false pretenses. It wasn't living the Lord's Prayer, like it wasn't living me. And I can't say Jesus. I can't say Jesus because, when I say we ought to live the Lord's Prayer, people say, amen, Jesus, whatever. But then when I talk to people about Jesus, well, he's going to do it for us. He already did it for us. He died to pay out for our disgustingness. And a lot of people, the people that say they believe in Jesus say he's taking care of it. It's getting taken care of. He's just, when the time is right, he'll do it. And the other people, well, no, they don't believe in Jesus, so they don't see that that's a problem for them. I believe in Jesus when I pray. He always gets me correct. He goes, don't pray the way these people pray. Like on that Zorro you watched yesterday with the priest with the golden chalice building people's faith. It's like, who's more at fault? The criminal who stole the golden chalice, or the man who's supposed to be teaching the ways of Jesus Christ using a golden cup to inspire faith? Who's more at fault? The priest or the criminal? If the priest was teaching the ways of Jesus Christ and everybody was living the ways of Jesus Christ, the criminal wouldn't necessitate being a criminal. You wouldn't need the golden cup to live a opulent life that other people like to live and see themselves as successful. You got to sleep with one eye open, because if you got money, they're going to try to take your money and kill your money, because money makes you comfortable when you're fighting over money, it's not true. Okay. And you got to understand right now, I'm dealing with cloners, people that can quote unquote cheat death. And so it's a game to them, because it's a brain chemical addiction to, make us suffer, because we're not attempting to get ahead of the game and cheat death. We just want to live out a healthy life and pass away as an old man and enjoy the love. I want all the love this life has to give. So I'm not a scientist who tries to live forever and then kill other people to unnaturally elongate my horrible, disgusting, manipulative life. And so you got to understand the people I'm dealing with. Okay, it's not your Jesus, it's Jesus helping me. Okay. Jesus tells me, and I was asking this morning, it's like, wait, if you're in the future, when does this all end? And how does it happen? I don't know. Okay. We don't know. It's like, because all the stuff they use, okay. But what about history books and history and sharing history and stuff like that? It's too difficult and too compromised of a situation, okay, because they manipulate the things trying to use the stuff for past, present, and future, quantum computing, yada, yada, yada. So there is no specific point in time given when it happens. It just happens. I'm like, well, that's good to know. That it does happen. Does it? I don't know. It's just good to know that it happens. You ever watch that Zachary Quinto and Leonard Nimoy before Leonard Nimoy passed away, where they said, it was an act of faith? And it's like, no, it's not an act of faith. It's an act of trust, trusting other people to try to do the right thing, to survive other people, doing something to you. Okay. And that movie, that Star Trek movie, Zachary Quinto, and when he's on that moon and they have the science projects and all that stuff, that's not an act of faith. Okay. Acts of faith are understanding the laws of nature and living within the laws of nature to sustain a life through the laws of nature. That's an act of faith. Okay. Using science projects to counteract science projects is trying to trust the people. It's trust and faith are different matters. You can trust people that don't have faith in God to kill somebody for you if you have a agreement. And you can also trust them not to kill you if you have an agreement. Okay. And that does happen and has happened and is still happening. Okay. So trust, and faith are different matters. Okay. Faith is reserved for God. Okay. So when people use the word faith, I always cringe. No, it's not an act of faith. It's an act of trust. It's a screenwriter. He's a Vulcan. He's a make-believe scientific person that's supposed to be more intelligent than Jesus Christ. And he says an act of faith, okay, is manipulating matter and going through wormholes, okay, to kill other people that will do the same. That's not an act of faith. An act of faith is understanding the natural laws given to you by infinite glory to have an eternal existence through holy covenants. That's an entirely different matter. Okay. Being faithful. Okay. Now, if you're not living the Lord's Prayer and you're killing each other with science projects like the Romulans and the Federation, okay, they have absolutely no concept of faith. Let's get to work. No. You're not working. You're just trying to trust people that you are addicted to certain behaviors with in a conflict over what you want to do. That's all you're doing. That commercial with Idris Elba with the, using AI, our artificial intelligence and stuff, and we're using AI and stuff. You can't have faith in people. Okay. Ultimately, you cannot trust them if you're faithful. Okay. You can trust that they'll do things through alliances to be addicted and keep doing their addiction till death do us part, and stuff. And you got to understand they are cloners. It's Dolly. Okay, so they have these delusions of grandeur and they've overcome death. So this is a very difficult time in the world today. We're dealing with the people that have accomplished, when you clone the lamb, Dolly, what Hitler wanted to accomplish. Okay. And the people that funded and financed Hitler. Okay. So this is a very horrible time to try to live on planet Earth with these people. If you could call them that, I don't know. Once you become an abomination, once you stop obeying the natural laws for holy covenants to have the gift of life given to you, that this being having your immune system compromised. But your immune system, guys, is can be compromised in many ways. And it's the cause of birth defects and all kinds of horrible things, Something is minute and is as small as cat litter. Too much in a surrounding area and stuff with women when they're pregnant. If it doesn't cause a miscarriage, can cause heinous birth defects. Yeah, cat litter. Okay. Mal was paranoid about it when she got pregnant, and then she had a miscarriage. And there's stress, economic stress, chemical pollution, chemical stress, buses, cars, You sit and you follow, you sit and you turn your car on and you close the doors to the garage, you'll be dead shortly. Okay, and we keep putting that stuff into the magic filter in the sky, and it's wrong, If you need to do something in a vehicle, you should only do it because you have to, not because you want to. Because we have to go shopping. Because groceries are held hostage by psychotics that can clone and murder you, but have very bad brain activity. And the bad brain activity affects you. You don't think right. You get paranoid. You get delusional. You get schizophrenic. You want to fight. You want to kill them. I don't want to kill these people. I want them to stop cloning, and I want them to stop using that kind of manipulative technology, and I want them to observe natural laws, and because that's what we all need, because that's the gift given, right? So it's really difficult. Let's load this up. Oh, these guys are assholes. But we'll get through this. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. So we'll get through this day. And we'll get through these days, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in 34 and 44 and 54 and 64 and 74. Life being eternal and grace being infinite, right? I love you guys. Okay. Hang in there, especially you, Emily Grace. I thought about you a lot last night. You're so cute. You're a sweetheart. I'm tired. Okay, guys, I love you very much. Peace out.